If you like to support my channel, scan the screen. Appreciate you. What's good, everybody? I'm here today for two major reasons. One is to say goodbye to a good old buddy. This was my first 7th scale infraction, and it's been through a lot. It's been wrecked a lot. The chassis warped, and I just been wrestling and fighting with it. And it's time. It's been 3 years now. So it's time to build a new car. So hey, now that that's out the way, everybody, let's take a moment of silence for fatality. All right, so here we go. So now we're gonna talk about the list this year. I wanna make everything clear. So this video, if needed, will be replayed at the races because these will be the rules. There's nothing new. These are all the same rules, but I want them in stone so nobody can act like this is new. And I can prove it if you go through the videos. I say the rules every time, every season. And yeah, you can, the proof is in the receipts. But here we go. All right. First rule is no chase is a race. No chase is a race. So what that means, if you're both at the line and somebody jumps the light, they take off before the light turns green, you don't have to try to catch them if you accidentally bump your trigger or if you take off after them. The race is over as soon as that guy jumps. That's the way we playing it. That's no face rules. That's the house rules. And the number 2 connects to that is first to worst. That is one of the reasons I'm not doing chases of race. So both cars need to take off. We don't need no type of trickery or any of that going on. We want both people coming to the line trying to win the race. I want to see good, fast, honest racing. None of this come put your car down and act like you're going to take off and hope the guy next to you cross the line or jump the light. Let's race. That's what we are about. That's what we're going to do. Okay, next. Everybody should know this. No crossing the middle line. But if you don't, do not cross the middle line. That is automatic loss. And that connects to first is worst because sometimes both racers cross the line. But the first person to do the cross would lose. Okay. Sometimes we have outer lines, sometimes we don't, but we always have a center. And at the finish line, there is a center cone and 2 outsides for the left and right lane. So if you start in the left lane, you must finish through the left side of the cones. You start in the right lane, you must finish through the right side of the cones. Now, I know I sound like, why is he saying all this? Believe me, when you run in races, somebody will have to be told this. So I'm going to get all this out. So just bear with me. Okay. Now, the next thing is the cars. Okay. Everybody on the list, you have one car starting out, right? We got 10 races right now. So right now it's one car per racer. But that's not to say you can't have multiple cars on the list. So, okay, multiple cars. You can have multiple cars where, say I had this car and this car, and this was number 7. and I wanted to try to get this one on. Well, I have to race the gatekeeper. Gatekeeper's number 10. And if I can call out number 10 with a second or third car and get on the list, then you have multiple cars on the list. So you're able to have more than one car on the list if you can get them on there. But whatever car is number 8, you can't say, hey, I want to move this car over and put this car in place of it. No. If that car goes down, if that car break, then number 8 is down. It ain't no, I'm going to switch my other car that works. Whatever car that is, if it goes down, you either get it fixed and get it back up, or if not, you go. And this next connects to that, because no one can drop more or gain more than 4 spaces a race day. So what that means, if you come and you've been called out, okay, and you haven't called out somebody in front of you, well, you have to answer the call out below you. Once you answer the call out below you, if you win, then you can call up. But if you've been called out and you lose, then you drop down a spot. The guy that beats you or lady that beats you gets to go up a spot, and she or he gets to call up before have to racing you again down. That's the way it's going to work. Okay, so let me see, I got all that. You can have multiple cars on the list. And yeah, on the call outs, you just come to me, which is the race master, and say, hey, I'm number 6. I want to race number 5. I'm going to go make sure number 5 haven't called out number 4. We'll make it happen. Or I'm going to make sure number 5 may say, I'm down. I'm giving them a pass by. But a pass by does count as a race. Even though you didn't race and you say, I'm just letting them by. Well, that was your race, even though you let them by. Okay? Now, next is really important. Now, we've been doing this for a long time, and you guys can go look on the Louisiana, Louisiana battle we had. There was, I know, 50 plus videos, and before all of them, there was a promo I did on MRP tire prep. Reason I put that on there is because I wanted everybody to know what I was using in case you needed to know something to use. Saying that to get to this, we do dry tire prep. If you understand what that means you can wash your tire. You can put mean green in it, or whatever you want. But once you come to the starting line, it must be dry. It's dry to the fact that if we take a piece of paper and lay it on the ground and set your car on it, you should not stick to the paper, and you should be able to roll over the paper and not make a wet mark. That is a dry tire prep. That's what we do. We don't do the sticky prep, the wet tire prep, but we've always dry tire prep. So if you guys are wondering, come get with me, or you can go to those videos that's very old and see what we use. And it's nothing new. So if it's new to you, you just haven't been keeping up. All right, now to the next one. I'm about to end this up. I know my wife is tired of holding this. All right, I think I'm to the end. Okay, and every race day, this is the beginning of how we'll start. If there is a challenger for the gatekeeper that's worthy, we'll begin the races with the gatekeeper defending the gate. If the gatekeeper defend the gate, then the gatekeeper can call on up and we go. And that's it, defending for that day. The gatekeeper don't have to keep defending over and over. You only get one chance that day. And then that's it. And then the races go on. After that, we'll start from number 10. 10 call 9. 9 call 8, all the way up to number 1. Once we get that through, after that, then we'll just let people call as they want each other out, up to 4 races. And those 4 races are mandatory to call out. You don't have to call out, but if you call out, you are mandatory to answer. So I hope this makes sense to everybody. If not, I'll help you when we get together. But yeah, so let's have a fast, good race season this year. Everybody be on your sharpest. I got a feeling we're gonna have some more newcomers come, so I want them to come and have to fight. All right. So until then, I ain't gonna hold you no more. Don't get mad. Get faster and keep it 100, unless you keep it at 101. All right. Later. If you like to support my channel, scan the screen. Appreciate you.
Don't get mad. Get faster.